December 1975. Cold settled deep into Amityville, Long Island, not just winter cold, a different kind. A year ago, a nightmare unfolded at 112 Ocean Avenue. Ronald DeFeo Jr., he murdered his family as they slept. 6 souls gone. Now the Lutz family, they're moving in, don't they know? Some houses. They hold darkness, the Dutch colonial, stately, imposing. Empty eyes stared from the windows. George and Kathy Lutz, their 3 children. They saw a beautiful home, a steel. The house whispered. Boxes piled high, furniture draped in sheets. The house felt wrong, colder inside. A stench lingered, not just musty old house smell, something rotten. Kathy swore she saw red eyes watching from the shadows. George dismissed it, just nerves, honey. But even he felt it, a presence, watching, waiting, the first night. Danny, the youngest, woke screaming, "There's someone in my room!" Empty, except for a single fly buzzing angrily. In December. Strange. Stranger still, the priest called. Father Pecoraro, there to bless the house. He fled. "Get out," he cried. "Leave this place." Days turned to weeks. The house came alive with an unsettling energy. Shadows seemed to move on their own, and the air grew thick with an unspoken tension. Footsteps echoed in the dead of night as if someone or something was pacing the halls. Whispers, disembodied voices, filled the rooms, speaking in hushed tones that sent chills down the spine. Kathy woke to find herself levitating above her bed, an invisible force holding her in place. She tried to scream, but fear choked her voice. She felt utterly helpless, pinned to the bed by an unseen entity. George, he woke to find Kathy gone, the bed still warm, as if she had just been there. Panic set in as he searched the house, his heart pounding in his chest. Every shadow seemed to mock his desperation. He found her standing by the window, her eyes vacant and distant. She seemed to be in a trance, staring out into the darkness as if she could see something or someone that he couldn't. "They're watching us," she whispered, her voice trembling with fear. "The ones who were here before." The house was filled with old photographs, black and white portraits of people long gone. Their eyes seemed to follow you, watching your every move. The children weren't spared from the house's malevolent presence. Danny, the youngest, spoke of an imaginary friend named Jody. But Jody was no ordinary friend. Danny described her as a demonic pig with glowing red eyes, a creature that haunted his dreams and waking hours alike. The same red eyes that Kathy had seen in the darkness, watching her with a malevolent gaze. Missy, the eldest, claimed to see a young girl who became her confidant. She would spend hours talking to this unseen entity, sharing secrets and fears. The girl, she told Missy secrets. Terrible secrets that no child should ever hear. Secrets that seemed to seep into the very walls of the house. Secrets of the murders that stained the house. Old newspaper clippings and crime scene photos revealed a dark history, a legacy of violence and death that refused to be forgotten. Section 4. The Price of Curiosity. George, he grew obsessed. The house, it was changing him, short-tempered, paranoid. He started resembling Ronald DeFeo Jr., the murderer. Kathy found him chopping wood in the dead of night, sweat pouring down his face, eyes wild. "Gotta keep them warm," he muttered. "Gotta keep them warm." The house fed on their fear, grew stronger. One night, a crucifix on the wall, it turned upside down, spat blood. Kathy knew they had to leave before it consumed them, before they became another chapter in the house's bloody history. Section 5. Voices from the darkness. In the dead of night, whispers echoed through the halls, chilling the bones of anyone who dared to listen. Word got out. Paranormal investigators, they descended on 112 Ocean Avenue. Ed and Lorraine Warren, renowned for their work in the paranormal field, were among the first to arrive. They had heard the stories, the rumors of malevolent spirits and unexplainable occurrences. They came with cameras and recording devices, hoping to capture evidence of the supernatural. They left shaken, their faces pale with fear, their hearts pounding with the terror they had witnessed. Ed, he claimed to be physically attacked. Thrown across the room by an unseen force, He bore the marks of his encounter, scratches and bruises that appeared out of nowhere. Lorraine, she saw the faces of the dead, frozen in agony, their eyes pleading for release. The mirrors and windows became portals to another world, showing her visions of tormented souls, their recordings filled with EVPs, electronic voice phenomena, whispers, growls, and one clear voice, a child's voice. "Get out!" it pleaded. "Get out!" The urgency in the child's voice was unmistakable, a desperate warning from beyond the grave. A psychic was brought in. She was known for her ability to communicate with spirits, to sense the presence of the otherworldly. She entered the house and immediately recoiled. "Evil!" she gasped. The air was thick with malevolence, a darkness that seemed to seep into her very soul. Pure evil. It's everywhere. The shadows seemed to move on their own, forming shapes that defied explanation. The house was alive with a sinister energy. She pointed to a spot on the floor. "The portal," she said. Strange markings and symbols adorned the area, glowing faintly in the dim light. "That's where they come through." From that spot, ghostly figures emerged, their forms flickering like candle flames in the darkness. The portal was a gateway, a bridge between our world and theirs. Section 6. Escape from Amityville. 28 days, that's all they could take. The Lutz family, they fled, leaving everything behind, possessions, memories, nightmares. They moved to California, tried to rebuild their lives, but the house, it stayed with them in their dreams, in their waking moments. George and Kathy, they wrote a book, told their story. Some believed, some scoffed, called them liars, fraudsters. But the fear in their eyes, it told a different story. A story of a house that devoured souls, a house that would never let them go. Section 7. The Haunting Legacy. Years have passed, decades even. Time has a way of moving forward, but some things remain etched in the fabric of history. The house on Ocean Avenue still stands. Its weathered facade and creaking timbers tell a story of their own, a story that refuses to fade away. New families have lived there, none stayed long. The stories persist, whispers of strange occurrences, unexplained noises, cold spots. Each family brought their own hopes and dreams, only to leave with a sense of unease and fear, a feeling of being watched. The Amityville Horror. A cautionary tale. It's more than just a story, it's a legend that has seeped into the collective consciousness, a reminder of the thin veil between the known and the unknown. A reminder that some houses hold more than just memories. They hold darkness, a darkness that seems to have a life of its own, lurking in the corners, waiting to reveal itself. And sometimes that darkness bleeds out. It seeps into the lives of those who dare to enter, leaving an indelible mark on their souls. The truth of what happened at 112 Ocean Avenue remains shrouded in mystery. Was it a haunting, a demonic possession? Or something even more sinister that defies explanation, or simply the product of an overactive imagination? The human mind is a powerful thing, capable of conjuring up fears and phantoms that feel all too real. Whatever the answer, one thing is certain: the legend of the Amityville Horror continues to fascinate and terrify. It's a story that has been told and retold, each version adding its own layer of dread and intrigue. A chilling reminder that the most terrifying monsters are often the ones we cannot see. They are the shadows that lurk in the corners of our minds, the whispers in the dark that keep us awake at night. The legacy of the Amityville Horror is a testament to the enduring power of fear and the unknown.